Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host for the 2021 STACHEY Awards. It's Tri-State ET. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever. Might be the last one. I don't know. It depends on how things turn out. This is the first annual STACHEY Awards, where I will walk you through all of my choices for the best and the worst and the kind of the in-between knives of the year. The year, of course, being 2021. It was a big year for knives. It was a really big year for knives. Every day, every week, new knives, better materials, better everything. It's a renaissance. It's been a renaissance year. And that made choosing these knives all that more impossible seeming of a task. But I think I was able to do it. I think I was able to whittle it down. So if you will, join me, and we will announce the winners, the losers, and everything in between for this year's STACHEY Awards 2021. Shall we? Now, we will get to the big ones. Don't worry. We will. But let's start down towards the bottom. Let's start with, you ready? The most insane and or outrageous knife of the year. Now, this category, for me, is something that you don't need, that nobody needs, and that in most cases, nobody can legally have. And this was an easy one, all things considered. Here in Ohio, we have pretty lax laws in regards to knives, what you can and can't carry. The answer is usually you can carry anything. But there's one thing that I don't think we can carry here. And that brings us to the winner of the most insane or unnecessary knife of 2021. I mean, no surprise. It is the Rayot XO. This is one of the most ridiculous creations I've ever come across. It looks like something out of a comic book or out of an 80s sci-fi film, which I like that. I like those looks. But it's the way you open it that makes it all the more ridiculous. It is a gravity knife. You open the little latch thingy and it opens, and you open the little latch thingy again and it closes. It is, without a doubt, the most outrageous creation. It doesn't have a pocket clip. You have to carry it in one of these. So it might as well be a fixed blade at this point, right? It makes an outrageous noise. It may or may not cost me my marriage before I have to send it along to the next person. But, it's just one of those things that it came in a few days ago and I said to myself, why? My ADHD brain just loves it. Loves every bit of it. Right? It is LMAX, the blade, and it is a spear point, like a dagger ground, sharpened on both sides, right? So, I don't know. I don't know where this is legal to carry. Ask Doug Ritter. I'm sure he'll figure it out. But it is just the most obscenely ridiculous piece of cutlery I have ever come across, and thus, it wins. I don't know where to put it, but it wins the first STACHEY of the year for being the most insane and or ridiculous knife of the year. Bar none, without a doubt. No question in my mind. A truly ridiculous piece of design. And, one that I both love and have so many questions about. It's just that easy, folks. All right, well, moving right along, we'll go to something a little more reasonable. I wanted to showcase the makers, the designers, the manufacturers, right? Not just specific items. So we'll move right along to the best American-made knife of the year. Now, a caveat, this has to be a knife that I've handled, that I've seen, that I've played with, that I have experienced. That kind of whittles it down. I don't see a lot of American-made knives on my channel. Some Benchmades, I mean, a few Spydercos, but none of them are new. Protex, of course, obviously. But after looking over my collection, it could only be one thing. And that is the Tactile Knife Co. Rockwall. Now, I was a violent fountain pen enthusiast before I got into knives and cutlery, and tactile pens, man, they were always some of my favorites. The Gist, I have a couple Gists. I bought my dad one. I bought my mom one of their bolt action pens, and this was before I got into EDC. So when they announced that they were coming out with a folding knife, or just a whole separate entity making knives, I was first in line, and I have not been disappointed. It is so well done. And now, the award, by the way, for Best American Knife of the Year, the award goes to both this and the thumb stud model. I can only assume that the thumb stud model is as good as the flipper. How could it be worse? You know what I mean? They've had a lot of practice since earlier this year when the flipper Rockwalls came out, and man, it's good. Man, it's good. It looks good, it feels good, it carries well, it's so slicey, and it's got amazing action, incredible action. And that is why it is receiving, for 2021, another bang-up choice, if I do say so myself, the STACHEY. For the best American-made knife, the Tactile Knife Co. Rockwall. And I'm a big fan of that one. I really am. We'll move that puppy over there. And now then, the biggest surprise of the year, we're going to go along to that, is our next award, the biggest surprise. Now, this was tough. This was one of the harder ones. There were so many knives that to me came out of nowhere. Just out of the blue, and they blew my tits clean off. The Roxy 3, I had no idea prior to them first announcing this that was even in the works. I had wanted one for so long. So the Roxy 3 was where my heart and my head was going. But in the end, the biggest surprise has been the Tuya knife, Big Belly. I had never experienced a Tuya. And the designer is, I don't even know, Michael Galovich. I'd never experienced anything from him. But this thing, I saw it on Lefty Live a month or two ago, and immediately had to have one. It is an integral, a carbon fiber integral, I might add, and it has the Axis style locks, good old Benchmade made famous, and it's just exceptional. I believe the blade steel is M390. The action is incredible. The blade is gorgeous. The name makes perfect sense when you look at it. And it just came out of nowhere. I had no idea this existed until Lefty was like, by the way, check it out. And apparently it had been around for a minute. But it's a hell of a piece, and I've been just blown away by it. And thus, the Tuya knife, Big Belly, designed by Michael Galovich, is the winner of this year's biggest surprise here at the Stasheys. Beautiful. I love it. I'm a big fan. And the value to be had here is kind of insane. Moving right along. So, we did the best American-made knife of the year, but the best new maker, the best new manufacturer, is a whole different story. They've been manufacturing for a while, and they were new, Tactile Knife Co. in 2021, but they had the know-how, right? They had the attention of the public. they had done it before. They've been doing it for years. So when it came to the best new maker of 2021, I had to dig deep. And it was a kind of a big surprise for me as well. But it's Axial Gear as this year's best new manufacturer. American made, OTFs only for the time being, but they came out of nowhere and blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. And the biggest thing for me has been the value. The value is unbelievable. I mean, under $200 for a full-sized American-made OTF with 20 CV on the blade steel. I mean, a Microtech's what, $300 for the Ultratech? And the shift here is Ultratech sized. And to me, it's better looking. And honestly, the action is unbelievable. And them being so new, I really see big things coming out of Axial Gear in the future. I really hope to see big things come out of it. And I have another one, but I don't know where it's at. I'm a terrible host, I apologize. But the shift here, this is the drop point blade. They just came out with a Warrenclyffe style blade, which I am all over. I need to get my hands on one of those. But they just kind of came out of nowhere. And I don't know who exactly is doing the manufacturing other than to say they are made in America. But they're doing a bang-up job. They really are. So to me, Axial Gear has been the best new manufacturer and or brand. Truly crazy stuff. Amazing. Well-deserving of the STACHEY for the best new maker. Well-deserved. I can't find the other one, but I promise you, I have another one. All right. Now, this one is going to be divisive. Maybe. This is the best Fidget Factor. And now my choice, first off, I don't have it here. I don't have the winner of Fidget Factor here. And technically speaking, it's not, well, let me just come out and say it. Best Fidget Factor of the year, the Jason Grant gripper. Now, if you saw my gripper review, I fell in love with it. And that is a custom made by SG Knives. I will show a picture of it here at some point. And it just spoke to me in all the right ways. You had the front flipper, you had the regular back flipper, and you had the thumb studs, or the deployment slots in the blade. And that was the small version, and it was incredible. Now, that is going to be a full production knife, I'm assuming sometime next year. But as it stands, I'm counting the gripper, the custom version made by SG Knives, as the winner of the coveted STACHEY for the best Fidget Factor. Because it was absolutely, just the noises it made you want to play with it until your fingers bled. And that is the kind of top tier level design and manufacturing that we need to see here at the STACHEYs to just hand out willy-nilly these coveted stickers. I mean, beautiful crafted awards. So, Jason Grant, well done, my friend. I could have put you in for every category, but I wanted to spread the love. I needed to spread the love. So, I could have put you in for Knife of the Year. I could have put you in for Best New Maker. I could have put you in for Biggest Surprise. But as it stands, Best Fidget Factor is what you get. I could have put you in for the Best Looking. I don't know if I said that already. You could have won it all, man. But we'll see what 2022 brings. And those Best Tech Made production grippers, I don't know. You might get more than one. We'll see what happens. So, congratulations, I should say, Jason Grant, on your gripper winning the coveted STACHEY Award for Best Fidget Factor of 2021. Congratulations, well deserved. All right. We're moving right along here, folks. We're moving right along. Now, we're getting into the nitty-gritty. And the higher up the prize tier we go, the tougher things got. Really hard, actually. The best looking knife is one that I'm sitting here talking to you right now. I still haven't decided yet. So we may do that one last. What I can tell you is for the best budget knife of 2021, I've made a choice, and it was a hard choice. For the longest time, it was going to be the Civivi Riffle, but then something happened. Another Chinese manufacturer that it's been a hit or miss for me over the past year or so, came out of nowhere with some truly incredible pieces. And well, let's just get to it. It is the Kubey KU322. Oh, this is the budget knife of the year. This thing is, don't know what's on it, but this thing is just amazing. I purchased this for $48. $48. You do, yes, it is D2, but I'm fine with it. I'm not lefty EDC. I don't sweat my way through blade steels like it's nobody's business. I don't know what's on this. I hope it's not blood, but who knows? Probably could have cleaned these before the award ceremony, but whatever. The action is incredible. The fidget factor is amazing. The flipper tab, the detent, the noises, the ergos. I haven't reviewed this yet, but it's winning budget knife of the year, for Christ's sake. It looks like a Conegarius, which to me is a huge plus because the Conegarius is a gorgeous looking knife that almost none of us can afford. Let alone even if we could afford it, we can't buy one because you just can't buy one. It infuriates me. I can't afford it anyway. I shouldn't be that upset. But the Kubey KU322 here has it is in my pocket all the time. And because it's $48, I can beat the living snot out of it, and yet I sleep at peace when I go to bed at night, knowing that it's only $48. I really have been just insanely impressed by how far Kubey has come. If I had an award for most improved, 100% would be Kubey. 100% would be Kubey knives. Just blown away. The value for money, the build quality, everything is spot on. So, the Kubey KU322, I hope that's the right name. Their naming scheme is an issue for me, but whatever, is the winner of the Budget Knife STACHEY for 2021. Budget Knife of the Year, and well-deserved, if you ask me. A gem. A true peach. Whittling things down. So, I wanted to go through some knives that didn't quite win the STACHEY, some honorable mentions for the STACHEY. Second place, if you will. Not even second place or second best, just ones that, I was torn for so long. And I don't even know what categories I would put a lot of these in. They just, I didn't want to make an hour-long award ceremony. This isn't the Oscars. The ProTech Runt, the new Runt 5 that was released this year, is just, as far as American-made knife, runner-up, for sure. Incredible. And I love that they decided to use 20CV and some higher-end blade steels, and I love the sheep's foot and the Warney. I was never interested in the Runt until the Runt 5 came out. And that's, I love ProTech. I love ProTech, but I was never interested in the Runt until this. That's how good it is. So definitely one to check out if you like smaller knives, and if you've wanted, if you live in California, you want an automatic knife, Cali legal. It's just a great piece, and it looks amazing. They did an incredible job on it. Definitely an honorable mention. Another one that I can't not talk about is the Dylan Mallory Forest, made by Artisan Cutlery. Dylan, you did an incredible job, dude. It is just something else. It is violently slicey and sharp, terrifying, in fact. The action's great. The looks, the materials that shred carbon fiber, beautiful. I just adore it. I absolutely love my forests, and I hope you have, I'm sure you have plans in the future for both the forests and whatever else you have up your sleeve. Keep up the excellent work, my friend. It's an amazing piece. Just a beautiful, beautiful knife, and I'm a big fan. Another honorable mention made by another friend here in the community, the Tucson Vandal, designed by, in partnership with Love Them Knives. I've always loved Love Them Knives. But this thing is about a 9-inch long button lock. with deployment grooves, and it just came in recently, and I have not been able to put it down. It is comically large. It weighs a metric ton, but Lord Almighty, is it good? 14C 28 in on the blade steel. It's just ridiculous. There's no reason for it. This was the runner-up for the most insane or unnecessary knife of the year. But man, unlike the EXO, I can carry this. I can carry this every day, all day. I could take it to church if I wanted to, if I went to church. Love the Vandal, love them knives. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Also, the Thick Boy EMP EDC. Man, oh man. The Thick Boys are being delivered. There's actually a drop today, Saturday the 18th, when I'm recording this, but that won't be any good. Man, do I love this thing. I reviewed the prototype, and I missed it. I had to send it out to the next, YouTuber personality. But man, have I missed that prototype, and this just came in this week, and oh, how I've missed it. I don't know what I would put it in for. I don't know. It's just so good. I just love it. I can't. It's one of those things. It's the untouchable, the unseen. It's the little things with this piece that really do it for me. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Made by Best Tech. 2022 is going to be an amazing year for John at EMP EDC. Can't wait to see what you have for us, brother. Also, obviously, the Roxy, the Wii Roxy 3. You know what? I'm going to give this a Stachey just right here on the spot. I'm going to call this. It's probably gonna get some hate. I'm calling this the best looking knife of the year. I'm calling it. It is not for everyone. It absolutely is not for everyone. It's kind of outrageous. But I've always wanted one. I've always loved the Roxys. But I've never been able to get one until this arrived, and with that nice flame anno and the brass hardware and the stonewash, aka bead blast. Oh, the action is insane. The fidget factor off the scale. The noises it makes. It's all gold. It's all beautiful. It's all everything I wanted it to be. Check out my review on this. This is going to win the best looking knife. I don't care what anybody says. Fight me in the comments. I dare you. Stachey, best looking knife. Todd Knife and Tool, keep it up. Keep it up. The biggest disappointment of the year I will have to stand up for. Now this is not a new knife. I don't think it was released in 2021, but in 2021 I experienced it, and I was able to review it, or I'm in the process of reviewing it, and I've always loved the looks. It's such a nice looking knife, which is why it's such a disappointment. The winner, or the loser, of the biggest disappointment of 2021 is the Giant Mouse Biblio, made by some Italians, in brass. It's a great looking knife. The ergos are insane. It is so comfortable. It's M390, the materials you would think. The M390 is mushy soft, like recycled aluminum cans. The action is okay, but only if you loosen the living shit out of the pivot, and in which case the blade's not centered, it scratches the blade finish, and it's all wibbly wobbly, you have terrible blade play. It's a knife of choices, and I don't like choosing. If I bought it because it looked nice, and M390, so it should have a good edge retention, right? Wrong, doesn't. It took me ages to get it to take an edge. It's just been a mess. And they're too expensive. They're like $250. It's just been a huge disappointment for me. It's a shame that such a great design was ruined by poor manufacturing and poor quality control. So that is the Stachey winner for the biggest disappointment of the year by far and away. And that brings us to our grand prize winner. The knife of the year. The overarching knife of the year. The knife, no matter the price, that to me it just wins, right? It wins. And I don't think this is going to be a surprise. But it is, of course. The EMP EDC Nimble. Man, oh man. This is another one like the Gripper that could have won everything. Best looking, best fidget factor, biggest surprise, best new designer manufacturer. It could have won it all. Man, QSP did an insane job on this. It's just mind-blowing how good it is. The fidget factor is off the scale. It's off the chain, dude. I mean, I could have given it 100 Stasheys, but I'm only giving it one, but it's the biggest one, even though the sticker's the same size. This is the knife of the year. This is my best knife of the year that I have experienced. Oh, John at EMP EDC is just killing it. And again, like I said, 2022, man, it's going to be a big year for you. I can just feel it. Front flipper, back flipper, deployment slots, it's all there. It's everything you want. It's insanely slicey. It's got incredible ergos. The build quality, the materials, everything. It is spot on, dialed in to a level that you don't see at twice this price range. Really, truly. And for a first attempt, come on. It is an exceptional knife, without question. And it is 100% deserving of the grand prize, best knife of 2021, the EMP EDC Nimble. Well done, John. And well done to all of our winners and our losers. You know, I will not be mailing you these stickers. Maybe I will. I don't know. It's a lot of postage. The point is, it's been an incredible year for knives. And if 2021 has given us so much, what in the hell is 2022 going to do? Your guess is as good as mine. It's been incredible. And the channel growth, all of you watching this, thank you so much from the bottom of my mustachioed heart. Thank you. It's just been amazing. You all have supported me in insane ways. It's been a whirlwind. And 2022 is going to be big, baby. You just wait. You just wait. So that is it. That is the STACHEY Awards, the first annual STACHEY Awards. I am Tri-State EDC, thanking you for joining us. And as always, until next time, thank you for watching. Bye-bye now.